Oh, honey, I'm everything that I am. I didn't even know this. I didn't even know that it was like, I haven't realized throughout all those years what like you, my honey, have been doing to me. I know, but you're probably like, no, you didn't inject anything, insert into you, but like, it was really simple and like pure, but it was so pure because it was just like that's the part of that's exactly uh, the Harry Windsor, Prince Harry song. With one kiss you inspire a spiral of devotion, because you, honey, like you, honey of the world, Urbanowicz, I never kissed Łukasz either. I never kissed him on the mouth. No, we talked a lot. I spent a lot of time in the Matrix. We've been together like in the Matrix all the time, but I never put my tongue or my teeth inside of Łukasz's mouth because I'm not a kisser. Yeah, but if a guy has like this nice like Marius, Prince Marius, His Majesty, His Royal Highness Marius, then they like, you know what? I'm a whale, and like, but they're very sweet and gentle, and the nicer the body, and like, I'm like, mi nombre es Michael. It's Michael. It's not Michal. That's totally different. That was the lover of David HaMelech. But also, no, one of the Archangel. Are you okay, Archangel? Yes, I'm an Archangel. Michal. No, just I had a friend in Chatsworth in like Fasney, Michael, and his dad. Michael was wearing a Simpsons like a long T-shirt, because like when you're 7 you wear T-shirts. I wear a pumpkin T-shirt, and his dad came and picked Michael from he forked him basically. He took a fork. And he forked his dad was really cool. His dad was attractive. His dad was probably 28. And he just came into the class, and he picked Michael from a carrot. No, he picked him, and we're going home. Yeah, I should really go to the Kerkerot, to the basement of Chatsworth, and pick up my yearbook, because I had my yearbook, but I would finally know eventually. That's why I signed up to classmates.com. Because I wanted to know what was the last name. I had this friend Kelly, and then I had this friend Zach, but Zach was French. So he was going to Miss O'Donnelly. And Miss O'Donnelly was Latin American. But my homeroom teacher was Lori. Yeah, Lorraine. Lori was my teacher. And she was so loving. She's like, oh, Mr. Habsburg, Mr. Hohenzollern, Mr. Luxembourg, thank you indeed. I had such pleasure with your teddy bear doll lion. I had really great pleasure. But there was this girl Malika, and I was I thought that Malika was Malika. I thought that she was a guy, but she was a girl. No, because she had this really skin, curly hair. But it was short. It was short hair. But African queens, they don't have their hair long, because they have good hair, so they don't have to grow their hair. So African queens, they can go with hair up to the skin, and they're still queens, because they're empresses, because they have good hair. Africans, aloha, Africanos, can. And yeah. So I was but my best friend was Carrie. No, because then I was sitting on the balcony when I was reading Thomas Mann with Alexandra, and Alexandra was oh, you know what we watched, because the age was 11. She's we watched Carrie. I don't know who directed it. Polanski? No, it was not Polanski. Was it Poleski? No. What? Oi, was it? Who could have been? It was probably Kubrick. Or Silverstein. No, the one who did Monster. Not Crash. I have never watched Crash, but Lucas watched Crash. I don't know, Lucas was he was basically, I never put my tongue inside of Lucas, but Ulam put his tongue inside of me. And that act that activity inspires a spark of devotion. And he's like, you're going to be a supermodel of the world. You're going to be like the handsomest woman and empress, and you're going to be sitting at a stage, and Marilyn Manson is going to be kissing it's Women's Day. I received this it's March 10. It's Ladies' Day. I got this from an airplane. Someone dropped it, and it was Ulam. It was Ulam and all his namesakes. Just like Leszczyński. Yeah, he was he was a Bourbon. He was a Bourbon Leszczyński. And here comes the sun, little darling, here comes the sun. It does, and Stan, Monsieur, I was like, well, just one spiral of devotion, and Svedia. He's like, but he was a sailor. No, he was horrible. I liked him a lot. No, I liked him a lot. I bought him a Burberry scarf. I bought him a Burberry trench coat in an elevator. I bought him Burberry sneakers in 2005. I walked him around all Manhattan because he's also fast. He's a Cancer or he's a Gemini. And he was so handsome. But my snake, my husband, my Lilith, that is snake. I mean, I eat snakes. I mean, I talk to snakes. I hypnotize my husband. My husband hypnotizes me because he's like he has green eyes, and he's like because he's also been dating Ulam, and in Los Alamos, and he's like my husband says like, you are not worthy of me. I said, honey, like I wish I could be in that golden chamber Orient Express. I'd kill myself to be in a golden chamber with Ulam again. That was like, okay. So now it turns out two things. Like, but there's nothing wrong with it because I never lead myself. Like, I'm not like I am not led. I'm not led by my own desires because I don't have desire. Like I don't have desire. Like I know how to satisfy my needs and stuff, but I don't really do this because I don't really care, But for me, it's like it's an imperative because like I'm Castro Guardia and Fontes, which is Heather Sweet. I'm Heather Sweet, and also Anna Gautier, a ballerina. A ballerina, like when were you born? It wasn't Alul, it wasn't Prince Harry. No, it was like and yo tengo pelo negro. Hijo, I put my hijos. No, I put my husband's. Like, that was my friend. No, it was my friend. It was not my husband. Are you kidding? My friend. Like I had this like amigo Michael Angel, and the last name is Cruz, and like he's not existent in the Arbit in Estados Unidos. Like you can't find the Estados Unidos. I have I know how to find all people in the Estados Unidos. I found Chloe, I found Robert, I found Kirk, I found my lover man Miles and Lane, and they were like Bryce. No, because Connie is a Cancer. She's like. I am a nymphomaniac, but nymphomania, it does not mean that someone is like sexual. The woman is sexually aroused. The only like creatures like only deities, goddess, or humans, or just regular folks who are sexually aroused are men. And Connie is like, cholech. She's like also. Because like when I was in academia of North America, I had this like in Norway, I had this like doll, and it was called it was called Lingerie What Katie Did, and it was like the kitty like or Elizabeth Katie and Aschenbach Olsen. Yeah, no, Denmark. Yeah, and Scarlett Johansson. Yeah.